Greetings, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, so I don't know what got into me. Last week, I really enjoyed the air signs readings. In fact, last week is the very first week that I thought the air signs had like the coolest readings. Anywho, so I'm doing them first this week, and I think I did them first last week. I don't know. Anywho, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, or a Leo. Their energy is coming through very strongly. Something can also be occurring or finishing in August, where there was a spark in March in Pisces season. For some of my Aquarians, I just have to be honest. There is a very simple outright story. Someone is married. They do not want to be married to that person any longer. There is no spark. They're not happy there anymore. They see somebody else. They want to explore things with the other person. At the same time, they want to play the card of ideally they would have both. For some of my Aquarians, you could actually be in a connection and you do have someone on the side, but the person that you have on the side I'm sensing for a lot of people, doesn't even know that the Aquarius is like married or in a commitment. Even if they're not actually married, it could be where you live together for so many years, where you're like, by the state you're basically technically married, whatever that's called. I'm sensing that for some of my older Aquarians. For some of my Aquarians, you could be in an engagement and you haven't signed on the dotted line yet. This can be in a work environment. You can be on your apprenticeship for something where it's like you apprentice for 1 to 2 years and then you get the job. I was going to say audition for 1 to 2 years. I don't know, could be. There's something here where you're not going to sign on the dotted line. So say you're engaged, you're talking about the wedding, or the wedding just hasn't gotten planned. It's been years. It's because you're not planning on ever having that wedding, Aquarius, or the other person is not planning on having that wedding. Or with the apprenticeship, you're like, nope, I'm cutting out. Because it's like pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, Aquarius. And no matter how you look at a situation, it's like, it's just never, you're not going to please everyone no matter what direction you go. So you may as well please yourself, because you're going to be disappointing equal numbers of people no matter which direction you choose, straight, left, or right, or up or down, or side to side, or whatever. For some of my Aquarians, there's like I don't care, I'm just, I'm detouring. I was hearing detour. This is for my more cutthroat and kind of I just don't give a I'm hearing the Eminem song, I just don't give a he's like, so what if I'm doing on this, on that, like it's someone just really playing up whatever the chatter is. So kind of playing into that, okay, I can play that character. And so for some of my Aquarians, you're just like slicing and dicing and just getting straight to the goal. You are the most efficient line between A and C, and I don't care who I have to be bulldozed to get there. If they're between these 2 points, they're going to get bulldozed. The grass is going to get mowed from here to here is what I'm hearing. Someone here could be needing to mow their grass, or someone here could mow grasses. Lawnmower, something about a lawnmower. I don't know, something with that. Freeze. No, something about freezing. Someone here could be an officer or work in that kind of field. Maybe like a firefighter or a lawyer, someone in the justice system, or someone who deals with like protection, or a security guard somewhere. Used to have friends, now I got enemies. Used to keep them close, now they dead to me. They said I would never get this far. So some of my Aquarians, there is definitely separation. Mind the gap. That is something that they say in the UK at the train station. So maybe something about train station, subway, eat fresh. Even though Subway is the only restaurant who convinced Americans that eating an entire loaf of bread in one sitting in one meal is somehow healthy. Anywho, that's besides the point. Someone here could eat too much bread and needing to kind of calm down on the carbohydrates for some of my Aquarians. Maybe examine other dietary structures or strictures. For some of my Aquarians, there is a healing from something. Something can feel like it's stop and go. You can also be upsetting an environment around you if you're just kind of fickle at this time, or like you can't commit as much as you want to commit to things. So say you are committing to a workout class every week with a friend, or a certain training regime for a marathon, or you're doing a certain plan of lifting like Monday's, back day, Wednesday's leg day, Friday, this, that, whatever. And you're like canceling or having to reschedule things. There's something here where like timings are just not ideal, and there can be frustrations with others, or there can be something where you just don't have the energy like you feel like you should have, which makes sense because we are in Mercury retrograde. So Aquarius, from now until the end of April, Spirit is saying to give yourself more grace and read more books and rest at this time. Like you would actually gain more from taking a nap and practicing lucid dreaming and writing down your dreams, or doing some sort of meditative practice and working on visualization and getting to that theta state in your brain, or reading a book, reading something fantasy, not educational. I'm seeing an Aquarius who's like, how to, like, or reading the manual of like an engineer, or reading a textbook for something, or something about history. And it's like, no, read some sort of fiction. There's a need to really stimulate the creative juices. Bless you.